Mambo VP, my name is James Natai, the Country Director for PMGY Tanzania. PMGY Tanzania is located on the northeast of Tanzania, on a city and a town known as Arusha. Tanzania is famous for the highest freestanding mountain, but also the beautiful island of Zanzibar. Without forgetting, for the safari lovers, it's one of the starting points to many of the safari destinations like Serengeti, Ngorongoro, Tarangire, and Lake Manyara.
My name is Beth and I'm doing childcare and teaching with PMGY. So the pickup process for PMGY Tanzania is really easy. You get to the airport, you pick up your luggage, and then the coordinators are waiting for you right outside with a sign that says PMGY. They take you in the car and take you straight to the house. It's about an hour's drive and it's really easy.
After being picked up from the airport and arrive at the volunteer house, always introduce you to the other volunteers, but also let that day pass by letting you chilling and get ready for the next day. The following day, you'll be given the orientation. This will start by introducing you to all the PMGY team, but also getting to know a little bit about Arusha, theory and practical, and that also will be the day that you go for the town tour to know the ins and outs of Arusha. Arusha is filled up with so many welcoming people, and also most of the people in Arusha speak English, so it's even making it easy for the communication. During the orientation, the volunteer coordinators will assist the volunteers by showing them where they can get the basic needs, for example, registering a SIM card, getting to the supermarket, stores, but also showing you the ATMs around and close to the house. PMGY House is located 3 kilometers away from town. PMGY House is a house that can host up to 30 volunteers. All of our rooms in the PMGY House are dorm room, and each room has got a bathroom and equipped with hot shower, mosquito net, and a cupboard to store your belongings.
So the house in Tanzania is really nice and it's really big and spacious. There's loads of common areas for people to stay in. We can watch films or just sit around talking. There's balconies, so you can see the sunset or just sit out and enjoy the fresh air. Or the bedrooms are really nice and big, and there's loads of space where you can just go and sit and be by yourself if you need to. It's a really nice house.
While volunteers stay here at the PMGY House, they also get meals like breakfast and dinner, and it's always prepared by our hardworking mamas, and it's always delicious.
So in Tanzania, breakfast and dinner are provided. So breakfast is really good, sets you up for the day, and dinner you get to try a mixture of there's Western foods and there's also more local foods which are interesting to try. Lunch is kind of up to you, so it gives you an opportunity to go out, try more local food, or if you want some Western food, they have restaurants which provide that as well.
Getting to the placement, volunteer always use a public transport, which is known as Dala Dala. Volunteers can expect to be at their placement starting every Monday till Friday, and the time they begin is from 9 in the morning up to 3, but this might change depending on which placement you are volunteering in.
So a typical day on placement, we leave the house about 9 o'clock and get to the school and teach some lessons which include English, maths, Swahili. Break time's really fun. You get to join in with lots of singing and dancing with the kids, get to play with them. Then more lessons after break. We get to help the teachers do some teaching, and sometimes you get to teach yourself as well, which is really fun. And then we tend to leave placement between 12 and 1 o'clock.
So when the volunteers come to our hospital, they must have their objectives. So the center of placement will depend on the center of their interest. So if they wish to go to theater, we'll place them to theater. others will rotate to surgery, minor theatre, or major operating theatre, as we have different departments. So the placement will depend on the interest of their objectives. When we receive a new volunteer, the first thing that we must do for them is to give an orientation of the hospital. So we pass in each department, we show them physically. Maybe this is minor theatre, what are the activities which have to be done there. Then we go for other departments, we keep on explaining, and then we introduce them to the staff who are found at that department. Most of the students who we receive from PMGY are student nurses and medical doctors students.
On the weekend, there is no volunteering schedule. So this is where the volunteer choose to relax or enjoy the beauty of Tanzania through different activity which we will help to organize.
So one of the really great things about being in Tanzania is all of the different things that you can do in your free time. Tanzania is really beautiful and diverse. So some of the things we've been able to go and do is to go to the hot springs, which is a really fun day out, and you go swimming. We've also been to a local coffee plantation. We've seen coffee being grown. We've helped roast it and grind it and try it, which is really delicious. We've also been out to some local waterfalls, which were really beautiful. My favourite thing that we've been able to do is to go out on a safari. So when you're here, you can go out on 1 day, 2 day, up to about 5 day safari. We went out for a day to the Tarangire and we got to see zebra, elephants, lions. It was an experience I will never forget.
Sometimes volunteer will love also doing more than 1 day trip or longer weekend trips, and sometimes they can either choose doing a safari. Some of them also like hiking the highest freestanding mountain, which is Kilimanjaro. But also, if people like relaxing, it's the right time to visit Zanzibar, the famous island and beautiful island in Africa.
So one of the big things I've enjoyed about being in Tanzania is the bond that you form with all of the other volunteers. You have this huge support network, you make friends for life, and there's always someone that you can go out and do something with, whether it's to go to a local restaurant or on one of the excursions. So the reasons I chose to travel with PMGY are to make a difference in the countries that I'm traveling in through volunteering, to meet like-minded people that I can make friends for life with, and to have a really authentic experience in the countries that I'm in. And travelling with PMGY has fulfilled all of these for me.